Hello crocheters, welcome back to Crazy Cool Crochet. And today's project is featuring the really popular classic snowflake pattern. And I'm using, I love this yarn, the acrylic number 4 from Hobby Lobby. And this one is super soft. And you can pretty much use any number 4 yarn. We are also using a number G hook or a 4.25 millimeter, and we will get started with the snowflake pattern in the white. We will start with a chain of 6, join with the first chain to form a ring, use a slip stitch to join. Hang on to that tail. There you go. Now we are going to chain 3. That will count as a double crochet. Now we are going to insert 15 more double crochets into that center hole. Hang on to the tail along the edge there so that you can incorporate and hide it. If you still need help with the beginning stitches, as always, I will leave a little white box up above that will take you to the beginning series, beginning stitches. When you complete the 16th double crochet, join by inserting the hook into the 3rd chain of that beginning chain 3 with a slip stitch. Now you chain 5, and that will count as a double crochet and a 2 chain. In the same space, enter 1 double crochet, skip the next space, enter a double crochet in the next, chain 2, enter another double crochet in the same space, skip the next space, enter a double crochet, chain 2, double crochet in the same space, and then keep that pattern going all the way around, and you will end up with 8 of these little clusters, the 2 double crochets and the 2 chain. When you get to the end, join again with a slip stitch, the top of that beginning chain. Actually, in the 3rd, because that was a 5 chain. So in the 3rd chain, enter with a slip stitch. Now you are going to slip stitch into that space, chain 3, enter a double crochet in the same space, chain 3, enter 2 more double crochets in the same space. And there's your cluster. Now into the next chain 2 space, again 2 double crochets, chain 3, 2 more double crochets. And that will be the pattern. So you are entering 2 double crochet, chain 3, 2 double crochets into the space of each cluster below. So you'll end up again with 8 clusters. When you get to the end of that row, you will again join the top of that chain 3, the beginning chain, with a slip stitch. Now slip stitch into the top of that double crochet, slip stitch into the next space, and chain 3. Enter 2 double crochets in the same space, chain 3, and then 3 more double crochets in the same space. In the next space of the next cluster, 3 double crochets, chain 3, 3 more double crochets in the same space. And that's the pattern for this row, which is row 4. 3 doubles, 3 chains, 3 doubles into each cluster. Now again at the end of that row, join with a slip stitch at the top of that beginning chain 3. Now you're going to slip stitch into that next double crochet, slip stitch into the next one, the double crochet, and slip stitch into that space and chain 3. Now enter 3 more double crochets in the same space, and then chain 2, and then 4 more double crochets in the same space. Now in the next space of the next cluster, 4 double crochets, chain 2, 4 more double crochets in the same space. And that is the pattern for this row. 4 double crochets, 2 chains, 4 double crochets. Right now at the end of that 5th row, which is actually the last row for the snowflake, join at the top of that beginning chain 3 with a slip stitch, another chain to lock it in. Now you can tie that off or cut it off. So now we're done with that part of the snowflake. Go ahead and pull it through, tighten it. Now we will start with the red. So join into any of these chain 2 spaces and then chain 3. Okay, again, hang on to that tail so you can incorporate it. Now do a double crochet, chain 3, 2 more double crochets in the same space, and that forms a corner. All right, now we are going to work some double crochets in the next 5 spaces, and for this row we are working in between the spaces rather than under the chain 2 strand like we normally work. We're going into the space for 5 double crochets across the next 5 spaces, including that space in the big hole, for lack of a better word. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 more into the next space in between the double crochets. Now in the next space, a half double. In the next space, a single. In the next space, which is actually that 2 space chain in there, slip stitch. Now keep your tension a little bit loose here. for that slip stitch. In the next space, a single. In the next space, a half double. And in the next 5 spaces, double crochets. 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we're going to work another corner. So we're going to do 2 double crochets in the same space, chain 3, 2 more double crochets in the same space. Now you've worked another corner. So there's your first row there. I've got a corner here and a corner here. Now, again with the 5 double crochets into the space between the double crochets below. Three, 4, 5. In the next one, a half double. In the next one, a single. In that space, loosely a slip stitch. In the next space, a single. In the next, a half double. And then in the next 5, double crochets. Now in that next space we're going to do another corner, which consists of the 2 double crochets, chain 3, 2 double crochets in the same space. And there you have it. Okay, so repeat that twice more along that edge, well, actually once more along that edge, and then we'll come back and finish off the last edge. Okay, and we did in fact finish off that last row exactly the same. Now we are going to join into the top of that beginning chain 3, chain 3, enter a double crochet in the top of that first double crochet below. Now we are going to work a corner into that first corner. So that would be 2 double crochets, chain 3, 2 more double crochets in the same space, which forms the corner. Now along the next row, we're going to work 6 double crochets. We are working on top of each of the double crochets below. So the first one goes right into here. Two, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now we're going to do single crochets along the next 7 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and we are working, I should have said at the beginning, under the 2-strand chain. Okay, so it was just that first row we were working inside the spaces. Now we're working under the 2-strand chain that forms at the top. Okay, so that was 7 singles and now 6 doubles, crochets along the next 6 spaces. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now we've reached the corner, so now we're going to enter another corner in there. So again, that's 2 doubles, chain 3, 2 more doubles in the same space, and now again the same. So it's 6 double crochets, 7 singles, 6 doubles, enter a corner, and the same around. Row, we're going to finish it off with the 6 double crochets, 7 singles, but now only 4 double crochets to reach the end of that row, or to reach the beginning of it. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And now again, join the top of that beginning chain with a slip stitch. Chain 3. And now we are on row 8. We are going to double crochet into the top of that next 3 double crochets below. So that's 1, 2, 3. Then enter your corner, which again, 2 doubles, 3 chains, 2 doubles. Now we're going to do double crochets along the top of each double crochet or each space below. And that will be 23 double crochets. And then enter your corner. 23 double crochets, enter your corner. 23, enter your corner. And then when we get to the end, you will do 19 double crochets because you've already started with the 4 at the beginning. Remember, that first one is right there. That one can be tricky. So it's 23 total across. At the end of that 3rd row of the red, again, join with a slip stitch, chain 3, going to enter a double crochet in the next 5, there's 5, enter a corner into the corner, 2 doubles, chain 3, and 2 more doubles in the same space. There's your corner. Now enter 27 half double crochets, enter your corner, 27 double crochets, enter the corner again, and now for the last row, 21 double crochets because you've already done the 5 here. Or 6, I should say. Okay, so you've got 27 double crochets along each row. Okay, so we completed row 9, and now rather than detail every single row, you may have caught on that we are increasing each of the red rows. In the double crochets on each row, we're increasing by 4. So we just did row 9, which had the 27 half double crochets. So now row 10 will have 31. So it increases by 4. Okay, so you're going to start row 10 with your chain 3. You'll double in the next 7. you'll work your corner, and then you'll do your 31 double crochets across the row, work your corners, and then just keep repeating around. Then for row 11, you will start the row by double crocheting the 9 double crochets. You'll work your corner, and then you'll do 35 double crochets along the long rows, the long edges, and then you will repeat around. When you get to the last row, where you only do the partials, you'll do 25 double crochets on row 11 to end the row. On row 10, you would have done 23 double crochets to end the row, and then you'll join. Okay, so then row 12, you will do your chain 3, you'll double crochet across the first 11 double crochets, work your corner, and then double crochet 39 across the long edges, 39 double crochets. When you get to the last row, you'll do 27 double crochets, and then you'll join where you started. Then for row 13, you're going to do your chain 3, you'll double crochet your first 13 double crochets, you'll work the corner, then you'll double crochet along for 43 double crochets along the long edges. Then when you come back around on that last row, you will do 29 double crochets and then join back at the beginning. You know, we just have 3 more rows. If this is getting confusing for you at all, please go over to the blog crazycoolcrochet.com, and the written pattern will be right there. Okay, so now back to row 14. So on row 14, you're going to start with 15 double crochets. You'll do the corner, and then for the long rows, you'll do 47 double crochets. When you come back around on that row, you will do 31 double crochets, and then you'll join back at the beginning. Then row 15, and this will be the last one where you're doing the double crochets. Row 15, you'll do your chain 3, you'll double crochet 17 double crochets, work the corner, and then for the long row, double crochet 51, and then come all the way around again, and then for that last row, you'll double crochet 33 and then join back at the beginning. And then you'll do one last row to finish it all off of single crochets. So you would have been right back here. So you're going to start with a single crochet row here. So you'll chain 1, single crochet in the next 19 stitches, then 3 single crochets in the corner. 3 in the corner, and then just continue your single crochets in each stitch all the way around. Every time you get to a corner, enter 3 single crochets, and then continue with a single crochet in each space. When you come back around, slip stitch with the first single crochet, and then tie it off. And that's it. Your panel will be complete. So then the next thing to do, we're almost done, is just to attach. So you're going to, of course, make 2 panels, and then we'll put them together so that you can insert your pillow. Okay, when it's time to put the 2 panels together, you're going to have one panel, the bottom panel, right side up, because you're going to want both panels to be having the right sides facing each other. So here's the second panel, which is also right side up. And you can tell which is the right side and which is the wrong side on these, because the wrong side does not look so pretty. Okay, the right side is all nice and clean. And then the wrong side, you can see your stitches. Okay, so put right sides together, wrong side up. Bring the two corners together. I like to start on the left side. This will be the top where you insert your pillow. So now all you need to do is take a yarn needle with a length of yarn, insert it into the very corner under two strands. Just bring it through. I like to tie it right here to keep it secure with a couple of knots. And then just go under again two strands on each panel. And you are using a whip stitch. So all that means is you just come back around, go under your two strands. Of course, you'll want to keep these tails out of the way. It looks a little bit messy right there. And then just keep going. Okay, so just go down that edge, around the bottom, around the right edge. And then when you get to the top, you can stop, insert your pillow. Well, first turn it right side out, then insert the pillow, and then finish seaming exactly the same way. The seam will not show, even though you're on the right side, it won't show. Everything will just blend right in real nicely. And that's it. And you've got yourself just the most beautiful holiday pillow. Well, of course, this is the wrong side. So you'll have a beautiful holiday pillow, beautiful Christmas pillow, snowflake pillow. You're going to love this so much, you're going to want to make more so you can give as gifts. Thank you so much for watching. And don't forget all the detail regarding the yarn, where you can find the written pattern. Everything will be down in the description area, the white space below the video. Okay, so click where it says show more, or you'll see a teeny tiny little arrow next to the name of the video. Click that and it opens up a lot more information. And of course, please subscribe. Crazy Cool Crochet is my only source of income, so every little bit helps. Thank you so much.